hope this is working, everyone. I'm Trena Bolden Fields. Let's see if it's streaming. I think it is. Bear with me. We're live on the stream, which doesn't seem to be connecting as I thought it was. Okay. I'm going to get everybody on board, and you might just have to bear with me for just a second. Okay. Let's see if everybody's here. We have people on. Okay, great. Okay, while I'm waiting for this to stream for me. I'm having a problem going live. Let's see. I'm not for sure if my live stream is working via the YouTube link, so we might have to try something different. Hello, paid actors. This is Trena Bolden Fields, and I am a paid actor. I'm founder of Paid Actor. And I'm on here working with a couple of different devices and trying to get my live stream via YouTube to stream. It was working when I tested it a few days ago, and now it's not working. Let me see if this is going to work. Oh, you're here. It looks so weird though. It's showing that I'm here. I'm so sorry. This is so new, but fabulous. Let's see if this works. Wonderful. Yeah, it's working. It's delayed. I'm so excited. Okay, we're working. So bear with me, and I'm giving you all a few moments to hop on. Let me start the video over here. I think I'll have to work with this video over here. So I'm here today, and I'm giving you all a second to join me for this live webinar. And I realized that I had invited people to the YouTube live stream. I invited people to the Facebook as well as my Zoom stream. And so bear with me because I want to make sure that everybody's with me and able to be on the call via Facebook Live, via YouTube Live, and via Zoom Live. And so I'm just double checking just to make sure everything's working. I'm hoping it is. My camera, oh, there we go. It was telling me I didn't have it on. Now you're on. Okay, great. So that we have everybody here and able to move forward. And I hope it's okay because it's a little bit of a echo with the YouTube live stream, and it's the first time that I'm doing YouTube live stream, and I hope you all are excited and ready to do this work because it's fabulous, and I'm excited. And my meeting, hey, there we are, everybody. We are here. I think we are ready, and we're excited. Okay, so my goodness, this is wonderful. I am like super excited about this experience, and thank you all for tuning in. So know that this is a live webinar, and I have 3 videos or 3 screens going. So I'm going to talk to all of you. You're my audience, and if something goes airy, bear with me, and we'll get back to you. I'm reaching because one screen just tipped over a bit. So I'm so excited today to talk to you about 5 steps to booking consistent paying acting gigs. And recently I sent out a survey request and had a few people respond, which was really good. Thank you so much for you all responding to that survey. It is great feedback and helped me to be able to think about some more things that I may want to add to my talk today. And so I just want to let you know that I'm excited, and I want to let you know that a little bit about the format of our time today. But before we get into all that, I want to talk to you a little bit about me. I want to talk to you about me. I introduce myself to you if you don't know me already. I started out in the industry about 25 years ago. I was actually a young teenager. I was about 14 years of age, like my first paid gig. Really, I started my training at the age of my acting training at the age of 12. Yet I got my first paid gig at the age of 14. And yes, that's 25 years ago. And I wanted to act and create a career that I was excited by and create a career that I loved. And I went on to do theater in high school, and I secured a performing arts scholarship to be able to do theater in college as my undergraduate degree. So I majored in theater in college, and I went on to book work in theater productions, film, commercials, a bit of voiceover work, and I even created 2 one-woman shows of my own, right? And I've been acting for, like I mentioned, 25 years, and I've also been able to act in 3 different countries, in the US, in Mexico, and South Africa. And in my career, I've been able to build an extremely impressive resume, and I have been able to connect and wow audiences. And as well as critics and directors. Essentially, I love performing, and I love connecting with other artists and audiences. And I also love helping actors to really dream big, take action, and get paid for their work, for your work. That's what I love to do. I love to help actors get paid for their work. And I've spent a career working with actors. I've spent, my career building my acting career, but also I've spent quite a bit of time working with actors and getting to know actors and what works and what is not working for actors in their careers. And I just want to let you know that I understand that. I understand that as a practitioner myself, and also sitting around other actors and like-minded individuals who have been trying for some time to build their career. And, you've signed up to hear more about how I can help you. As you are an actor who has studied the craft, yet you have not learned how to create a sustainable career. Yes, you are an actor. You're here because you see all of the acting opportunities that are there for you, and you've been going on auditions, I'm sure tons of them. You've probably even booked some roles, yet you're not booking consistent roles and or being paid consistently for the work that you're putting into your career, right? That's why you're here. And sometimes I've heard from actors that I don't even try anymore. I don't even try to go on an audition because I may not get the gig anyway. I've had you all say that to me. Some of you say that to me. I just don't try anymore. I gave up or I stopped. But you're here. You're here because you want to keep moving forward in your acting career. That is the truth. You want to keep moving forward in your acting career. And some of you have mentioned to me that you feel that you have no control over what happens for you in this industry, or what will happen. You have no control what will happen for you when you leave an audition room. And I want to tell you that with the work that I'm doing and with this webinar, I want to talk with you about how you can get over some of those things that you've been facing, some of those struggles and frustration that you've been facing in the acting industry, and get beyond what hasn't been working for you. Get beyond not having consistent gigs and learn how you can build your confidence, learn how you can get more paid acting offers, acting and role offers, and book more work. That's essentially what we're here to do. Actors, we are here to express, use our talents and our gifts, and share that with audiences, share that with communities, and really take the talent and the art form to the next level. That's really what we're here for. And in this webinar, I want to talk with you about that. I want to talk to you about actionizing that and doing that. And the truth is that it is so essential in this industry to build your confidence, to create a plan, okay? Create a plan, and to take action to book the gigs that you're looking to book. And, what does that really look like? What does that really look like? And I want to talk to you about that. I really want to talk to you about the confidence piece. as one of the major pieces in booking work, because it's so true that if you don't believe in your skills and abilities, how can you expect anyone else to believe in your skills and abilities? And I'm just sharing this, and I'm going to get in deeper to all of this, but that confidence piece is really important for you. And I'm not saying having confidence to the point where nobody can tell you anything and you're the stuff and you have this huge ego. I'm not talking about that. I'm talking about belief in your ability to perform the work, right? Belief in your ability to show up and do the best that you can with your talents, with your skills, okay? And I want to, before I get into deep in this was just supposed to be my introduction, but I'm so excited about, bear with me with you all. I have 3 screens. Glad I caught that. And on a table here. So bear with me. And this device that I have, I might just have to hold you. It's so wobbly that if I touch it, it's going to fly. So I might have to hold you with me. Okay. So what I'm saying is, I'm jumping into this content, and I want to take a pause break and really breathe, and also really encourage you to stay to the end of this webinar. Why? Because I have a special offer for those who are staying to the end. Special offer specifically for you. And I want to talk with you all about it. So we're talking about steps to booking consistent, paying, acting work. And I started off by saying that confidence is an essential part of this. That's like really number one. When I'm working with actors, what we do is we go over their confidence, what's been happening for them, and how can they develop their confidence and manage their fears. Managing your fears of what you think is or is not possible is an important first step, right, in booking the work that you want to book, okay? And I'm going to try not to touch. I am touching everything. This video device, can you stay? Okay, my other 2 are straight, but I want you to be right there and not move. So one of the things that I also talk with the actors about, what's really important to do, okay, is really taking the time to create an actor's vision, a career vision, right, along with your plan. And also you need to create a strategy for going after your dreams. And this is all a part of the work that I do when I'm working with actors. And it's also part of that confidence work, because if you have a plan, right, if you have a plan and you're following it step by step and you're doing the work, you know that you have a plan, you know that you're working the plan, and I think that helps with confidence as well. So confidence is key to putting and being able to place yourself in places where you're connected and you're able to book work. Okay, that's a key piece. And I think it's really, really important to know yourself and the kind of work you want to get. Like, there are actors who still go out for anything, right? And there's some seasoned actors who say, you know what, I know what kind of actor that I am, and these are the kind of works that I need to go after. And I continue to encourage you to do this work in that way, because when you're building a career, it's extremely important to know who you are, where you want to go, what kind of roles you want to play, and go after it. It is also important to know whose career that you absolutely love. What actors are out there that you see their career, not only the craft, but also the career. You're looking at both. And you're seeing what you really like about that. What's working for this actor. And also you take note on what are some things that you can practice in your own career that you can use to help you in your craft and in your career, right? When you're watching other actors who are successfully doing what you want to do. Okay, so I ask that for actors that I work with, okay, right? What roles intrigue you the most? What is your vision? Who are the actors that you're interested in as far as their career and their craft, right? What roles have that actor performed? Okay, and out of those, what of those roles interest you as well, out of the roles that the other actor performed, right? And paying attention to what they're doing to be successful on a craft level, and also what they're doing to be successful on a career level? What are the steps that they're taking? You need to observe. Actors, you know, that's what we do. Observe. Observe what's working career-wise and craft-wise for those actors that you absolutely love. Okay, take note and see what you can implement in your own career. This is like a huge step. This is all like my number one, but this is really, really big, and I think it really helps actors get clear on where they want to go and what are the steps that they need to take to get there. Okay? All right. So, what's also a good thing within this process is for you to really think about that. And I want you to post your answers in the comments section of some of these questions that I'm asking you. I want you to answer them. I want you to answer these questions, because when you do the work, when you do the reflection portion of even this, what I'm telling you in this free webinar, you're going to put yourself in such a different state of mind and different way of being and doing your work in the world that is going to be mind-blowing. If you just take the steps that I just mentioned and answer these questions just now and put them into action, it'll shift your career. It'll shift what you're thinking about your career and what you're doing. Okay, so I encourage you to do that. Okay, these are some great nuggets that I'm giving you on this webinar that you can implement now. You can implement this week. Okay. So I want to encourage you to post some of your answers in the comments section. Also, when you're thinking about, when you're watching other actors' work that you absolutely love in their career, I want you to ask yourself about the roles that you're most interested in, that you've seen actors that you absolutely love do previously. And I'm wondering, have you practiced playing the roles that you're looking to play, that you would like to play? Have you rehearsed that? Have you practiced it? Have you put it up? Have you shared it with anybody? Have you gotten feedback on it? And I know some of you are in craft development courses and classes right now. Make sure you're taking advantage of that. When there is an opportunity to put up a monologue or a scene, jump on it, and make sure you jump on it using your favorite role or the role that you know you want to play, so you can get some assistance in digging deep in creating the character and the work that you want to create. Okay, that's a bonus. Okay, and I want to know, like, if you're not doing this work, why not? Why not? And how can you play the roles and prepare for the roles that you want to play? I want to know the answers to that. If you're not doing it, why not? But how can you do it? I want to know, how can you get up and get working on development of your craft and the roles that you want to play in life, okay? 2, moving on to step number 2. Okay, in this, I think it is essential for the growth of your career, and I think we talked about this, is the confidence piece. And I'm kind of like breaking down quite a bit in this confidence piece that I want to share with you. I think actors need to continue to incorporate and practice, which I talked about, which helps boost your confidence, but also you need to learn the techniques that are out there. I know actors, some of us study 1 or 2, and we're good with that 1 or 2. But what I encourage actors to do in helping them build their confidence is study them all. Study them all. Get to know all of the different technicians out there, and even the new people who are creating new craft techniques. Get to know them and find out what you can use from each technique. Okay, so I normally talk about 8 major techniques when I'm working with actors, which includes Stanislavski, Strasberg, Meisner, Chekhov, Viola Spolin, Stella Adler, Uta Hagen, practical aesthetics. And I think there are some performers, some teachers out there who are creating their own techniques now, or who have in the past few years. And I think it's important to get to know what those are and what you gravitate towards, and study them. Study those techniques, incorporate them, and use them. Try on different techniques to see which ones work best for you. Okay, and you have to continue to do this training and this work to develop your craft and really know, as an actor, as the practitioner, and I think as the one who is running the career, what are all the different techniques? Who is the master, and who can you study with, okay, to help you in that development? And now what I want to answer on step number 3, like one of the biggest questions about booking consistent paid acting work, right, is How in the world can I create a strategy, Trina? Some people say, how can I book gigs? It is create a strategy. And how can I do that? I think you have to learn and watch your patterns. Okay, you have to take note of your own patterns. What happens when you have an audition, when you get up? What are you doing as far as a consistent or what do you do to prepare for the audition? Like from getting up out of the bed to going throughout your day to being in the mindset that you are to walking through that audition to that building through the audition door. What is playing in your mind? What is going on? Okay. And I think it's really important as an actor to take stock of those moments in your day on a daily basis. You need to pay attention. When are you most alive and awake? What time of day is it? Okay. And when are you not? What time of day is that? And what may help you if you have an audition during the time that has been booked for you, that you are normally not at your peak, what can you do to shift that energy to be at your peak? And as actors, we are shifters of energy. And I want you all to remember that. As actors, we are shifters of energy already. We do that naturally. Make sure you bring that skill into your preparation time if you're in a slump and you need to bring it out. As an actor, you can shift your energy in any moment in time. We're creative like that. We're magically inclined like that. We have the capacity to do that. So I encourage you to make sure you're shifting your energy in ways that will be helpful for you when you're going into an audition room. Okay, and if there's a time where you may not be as up or on your P's and Q's, you can shift your energy to make that happen. And another way to continue to book consistent paid acting work is I do work with agents. Some people say, "Oh, I don't have an agent," or they want to book their own work. But I work with agents because I think it's very important to have more people working for me, have a team of people working for me to book work. I'll book work on my own, but I'm also going to have an agent working for me. And so I encourage all actors to make sure you have an agent that you can create a solid relationship with. You want to be able to pick up the phone and call your agent any time of day, not, in the evening, I'm sure when they're with family or resting, but you want to be able to pick up and call them during the day. You want to be able to pick up and go visit them, right? I would have my face and body in my agent's office at least once or twice a week. I would stop by and say, hey, how are you all? How's everything going? I would go and hang out. And after I've done that, I would get a call within the hour or the very next day about an audition that they think that I'm great for. So you have to cultivate a very strong relationship with your agent and keep in contact. Some actors, I think, get in the mode of just letting the agent do their thing, and the agent will call me when they have work, and some agents will tell you, I'll call you when I get work. But if they're your partner in the business, then we need to talk and engage with each other on a regular basis. And you can share your vision with your agent, where you're looking to go, what kind of roles that you're looking to book. What is your type? They're typecasting at times. You can discuss this with your agent. What does that look like to them? What does it look like to you? And you can go do some work and develop the kind of characters that you want to play, develop that type and see if it works for you. If it doesn't, talk to your agent about what things you can shift to really create the kind of acting acumen to be able to do the roles that you want to do. Okay, so that's really big. And I want to share with you, this is like my step number 3 about booking work, because I have so much like in here, and I hope you're grabbing all that you can and you're taking notes, because I'm giving you a point and I'm giving you all kinds of multiple points within that, and just know that I'm just giving you all this stuff because I'm excited and I want to help you book consistent paid acting work. So I'm giving you these huge nuggets and things that you can do, you can take in and put into action within the next week, and you can make things happen for you. Okay, so one of the things that I've noticed when watching actors, and I've paid attention to quite a few actors over the years and watching their careers, and I notice the actors who work consistently, I know them They're in my network. I, connect with them on Facebook, or I'm talking to them on the phone. I notice those actors who are working regularly and what steps they took to get there. Okay, what steps they took to book a sustainable career. And I'm going to share that with you. And then I'll go to step number 4 and 5 of my own that I'm going to share with you. But I'm going to share these proven ways that I've seen other actors that I know who've booked consistent work. I'm going to tell you how they've done it. Okay, what I'm watching and what I see, how they've done it. What they do. Actors who've created sustainable careers and who are making money in the industry. Like, I work with actors and see actors who have back-to-back roles. Okay, like they're back-to-back. They have a voiceover audition, not a voiceover, I'm sorry, a voiceover booking, right? That they're running from their theater job, the acting work that they're in a performance, right, or rehearsing for a show. They'll pop over to this voiceover gig, or pop over to this filming of this commercial, or pop over to the filming of this television series, pop back to rehearsal. I've been in the room with actors who have work like this. I've done shows and work with actors who have done work like this. Have booked work like this, okay? Where we're doing something and we gotta pop over here and do this real quick, and we're back in this. And it's consistent work. What's happening? You have a running show, right? A theater show that you're working. You've booked a commercial that's going to give you residuals, being SAG-AFTRA. Okay, you already Actors Equity, right? We'll get to union stuff, but you've booked the show. You're doing a voiceover that's going to also bring you residuals. You're doing a commercial that's going to bring you residuals, right? So after you've done work with this theater production, the money from the commercial or the voiceover is coming, right? And then you're into the next show, right? You may have a week or two off, and then you're into the next show, which pays you weekly for rehearsal, pays you weekly for performance, and you're doing the same thing where you have maybe a voiceover, commercial scheduled, and you go do that, and that residual income comes to you when your performance is finished in the theater production. You got to book it this way. This is all about strategy, okay? Creating a strategic plan for your acting career. How can you book that theater gig, and all the while you have it lined up, the voiceover work, the commercial work, or film work, or television series that you're going to do, right? That you're going to get into. And I'm talking about this, actors who've built a career that's sustainable and that's bringing in consistent income. They are doing television. They are doing theater. They are doing film. They are doing commercial work, or they are doing voiceover work. They're doing a combination of at least 2 to 3 of these things with actors, with the work that we do. They're doing a combination of it, okay? They're doing a combination of it. You can be a theater actor and just do theater and be in shows back to back. That would be your main source of income and your only source of income. Or you can also be a theater actor who does also voiceover work or also commercial work, and you have some different streams of income for your acting business. That's the business. Different streams of income as an actor for your acting business, and you're able to rotate it. Strategy. You got to build in a strategy for it. Okay. So this is what they do. Let me get to how they do this. Okay. I'm telling you all about it. Let me tell you how to do it. So first, they put their best marketing foot forward. Those actors who are booking consistent work, they have their marketing on point as far as their headshots, the look and feel of their headshots. Okay, they're working with a fabulous photographer who knows what he or she is doing or are doing, who know what they're doing, and they have a information at their fingertips that they can send readily and right away to producers and directors who request for it. If they don't have it, their agent has it all, and different looks that represent that artists that are fresh and new in the industry, okay? They audition regularly. These actors have 5+ auditions in a week. And I have to say that I know as actors, there are some downtimes where there may not be as many auditions going on. In those times, you need to be networking and creating work for yourself. But when you can book multiple regular auditions, do that, because what that helps you do is line up job opportunities, okay? They also network. They network and build solid relationships with producers, directors, and other creatives in the industry. I mean, they have these relationships so tight, so tight that they can pick up a phone and find out what project is going on and say, hey, I'm interested. Would you be interested in auditioning me for that? Yes, that friend, that director friend is going to bring you in and audition you for it because of the relationship that you've built. So it's really important to build those relationships. And I know some of you may be thinking, but Trena, can that get kind of weird or funny? Only if you make it weird or funny. It's really important to, I think, connect with people in a natural way, and start to build relationships. I've had directors who have loved my work and say, make sure you keep in touch with me. Okay, I will keep in touch with you. And you do that. You keep in touch, and you continue to work together to create the career that you're wanting to create in your network, and being available when they recommend you for productions. I'm going to tell you, there's plenty of my acting roles have come from my network. I remember being a young actor and meeting a fabulous actor in the Twin Cities who is still well known in the industry and still works in the industry today. And I met this actor, and he loved my work, and he called me in for an audition when he was auditioning for a show. And granted, we didn't work together the first time he saw me, right? We worked together the next time because he remembered me. He remembered me from that work ethic. He remembered me based on the work that I had done with my craft. And he called me in for an audition for another show. Did I book that work? Yes, I did. I did. Thank God for my network. And so I just want to encourage you to know that your network is extremely important. It's extremely important. Okay. Another thing that actors who book consistent work do is that they also create their own work. So when they may not have that audition, or that theater production lined up, or income coming in from voiceover or a commercial booking, they're producing their own show. They're producing their own show and selling tickets for their show. They've either teamed up with another theater company who they've worked with previously and who value their work, and they're producing another show. They've created and produced that show. And it's really important to think about team when you're putting together a production. Some of us artists think we can do it on our own. We're going to go, like I've done one person shows, but I found I had to bring in a director. I had to bring in a stage manager. And one of my one-woman shows, I had to bring in a producer, a producing theater to make it happen. Create a team, collaborate on your work, and that helps you to reach the audiences that you're looking to reach. So book your own work. They've created their show. And also they're continuing to line up versatile work and versatile roles, right? That I mentioned, booking the voiceover work, the television, the commercials, theater, and film works, okay? And I think what also happens is these actors are reevaluating the strategic steps that they've been taking. What's working and what's not? And what is not working, why is that? And how can I shift that to work for me? So they're doing all of this work, okay? And doing it to build a very solid, engaging, and credible career. From rehearsing to practicing to making connections with the role or with the director. They do that when they've had their eye on it for a while. They're looking at that season ahead, or those seasons ahead from those theater companies. They're paying attention to that way long before that audition is announced. Okay, they're paying attention to what seasons may be coming up way before auditions are announced, to see what work is being produced and what role they may be interested in. They do that like way in advance and have a plan about it. And if they have a connection with that theater company or with that director or that television series or that film, they're calling about it. I know of an actor. I did a show at Arena Stage in Washington, D.C., and there was another show rehearsing when our show went on for productions. And I met one of the actors who was so excited to be at Arena Stage. It was like his first regional show. But what he did, he was relentless about how he got there. He knew, he studied this work that was coming out new and fresh. He knew that ahead of time that this theater was going to produce the show. And as soon as he found out that, he emailed the director. He hadn't met that director before, but he actually Facebooked the director. Let me just tell it like I know it. He Facebooked the director to say, hey, this is who I am. This is my information and my materials. I think I will be perfect for this role, and I would love to have an opportunity to come in and audition. What did that director do? That director brought him in to audition for the role, and he booked it. Solid. Booked it. But what helped him is that he did his homework ahead of time. He studied what was coming out across the nation, because he was from some other state. Right? He was from New Jersey or New York, coming here to Washington, D.C. to do the work. But what he did was he studied what these major theater companies were doing in their upcoming season, knew who was directing them, contacted that director. He had his stuff ready, and that director brought him in for an audition. Solid. He booked the work. So you have to be strategic about what you're doing. Create plans and follow through. Follow through. Follow through. Okay? And take risk. That's the thing. This actor, he took a risk. And sometimes your risk may not pay off, but what you learn in the process helps you for the next time you take a major risk. And that's the thing I think actors need to really learn, the importance of perseverance, patience, perseverance, and continue to take action even still. Take bold action. Get to know and build your confidence and begin taking those bold steps. Because if you want this kind of career, you want to create a consistent paying acting career, you have to get out there. You have to do the work. You have to show up, right? And you have to take risks. We talk about that in as craft, taking risk in character work. You definitely can do it in your career. I think that as actors, it's not time to get shy and hide behind a screen when it comes to promoting our career. We know we can't do that on stage as a character or creating a character. So you need to turn that on and not do that when you are looking to grow your career. Okay, so I'm encouraging you to take risk. Take risk as the artist, as the actor, and moving your career forward. My step number 4 is really important to review the possibilities that are in front of you, that are right in your space when you are looking to build a paying acting career. Right? There's some of us who may look to New York or to California. Oh, if I live there, I could do this and this. You can create work wherever you are. You can book work wherever you are. And I say that as a person who's traveled to Sonora, Hermosillo, Mexico, when some people are saying to me, where's that? Hermosillo? Sonora? What? And I booked work there, you all. I wasn't in California. I rolled up to Arizona. I didn't do work in Cali, but I booked work from where I was, right? I found those opportunities in my own front and backyard, and I booked work. And I think it's really important for actors to take a look at what they have around you and book that work. You will hear some people say that the market is dry. The market is not dry. There's so much money in the entertainment industry, so much money floating through productions. They're continuing casting. I get probably 10 plus casting calls per day. Okay, casting listings per day, right? They're always casting for something. So the market is not dry. The market is well and alive and doing well. You need to do all this pre-work and really put yourself out there, right? And see what the possibilities are for your work, okay? And book work. I've been able to book work consistently. I told you I booked work in Mexico. I booked work in South Africa. When I was working in Minnesota, I was booking. There was a time where I was working like for 5 years straight. And I thought, oh, wait a minute. I'm serious. I took a break because I was working so much. And I was like, oh my gosh, I haven't seen my family. I haven't even seen them or hung out with them. I need a moment. You can do that. You can build a consistent work if you're really doing the work and you're thinking about strategically. Thinking about it strategically, creating that plan and taking action and taking risks, okay? So where do you want to work? Do you want to work where you are? And you can post that in the chat box. You can share that with me. Where do you want to work? Okay, and build your career. What kind of acting work do you want to be doing? What kind of roles do you want to play? I want you to answer that question. And what kind of actors and directors do you want to work with? What type of people do you want to work with? Define it. Define it for you. Okay. And I really want to know what steps you're going to take, because I'm giving you quite a bit. And I want you to pick out what you can do and work on this week. What steps are you going to take to create the career you want? If this is something that means so much to you, that you're so passionate about, and that you find yourself like bawling or crying or heaving or feeling like you're loving this work, take action. Create the steps and take action to have it. Because you honor yourself when you do that. If this is something for you and you really want to do it, you honor yourself and your desires when you've taken consistent action. Okay, so I want you to answer those questions. You can post them in the chat. You can email them to me, and share them with me, because I want to hear. I want to hear what you're going to plan, what you're planning to do. Okay, and take action is my fifth step. Take massive action is my fifth step. You have to. And I think you have to be patient sometimes. It's true. You have to be persistent, and you have to be kind to yourself. Be kind to yourself in this process, and you have to watch your mind and how it's working in your mindset, and really start to get on the playing field of clearing the negativity out of that negative chatter out of your mind, and replace it with positive chatter and things that are going to be supportive for you, and begin to do the work, right? And show up and do the work in a way that honors you and honors other people around you. I think it's important to do that. And I want to encourage you today, because those action steps are important. And I want to encourage you to do 3 to 5 things every day that's going to help you create a paying acting career. You can come back and listen to this live webinar and take notes. Make sure you're taking notes. And you need to pick out 3 to 5 things that you can implement on a daily basis to move you closer to creating consistent paying acting work. You can also call and email someone. And some of those things, I'm going to give you an example, right? So 3 to 5 things to book consistent paying acting work. And one thing, for example, to call or email someone that you need to connect with about booking work. You need to do that. If there's an agent that you know you worked well with and you stopped working with them and you really want to work with them again, get in touch. Go have coffee. Go take them a coffee and see how you can work together. Book an audition for yourself within the next week, right? See what casting calls are out there. How can you book an audition? Well, there's playbill.com that you can go visit. It's for theater auditions, and see what's happening in your area or your region. You don't always have to stay in your state, but you can go to the very next state over and audition for work, right? Audition for work. We're transient. Actors are transient, right? And the work that we do, and we can be that way in the travel we do too. So take a look at what's nearby. If things aren't happening in your state, what's the next state over, and how can you book work there? So book an audition. 3, another thing you may be able to do is to connect and collaborate with another artist, to create a piece of work with another artist. Okay, review up and coming projects that may be great for future seasons. I want you to review those. Like, go to when the seasons are announced, what I talked earlier, do your homework ahead of time, a year ahead of time, right? A year ahead of time, and book those auditions. Okay, I'm just checking here. Please bear with me. I think I lost a meeting. So let me just see here what happened. Okay. We're going to continue. Okay, let's continue. Book an audition. Okay. Is that what I'm saying? Yeah, review the upcoming projects, right? Review the roles, review the work that's coming up, and then book, right? And then book, okay? Let's see. Then we have everything going. Okay, there we go. Okay, great. Another item that you can do is to send your resume and cover letter to a director whom you really want to work with at some point in your career. Talk to them about the work that you've seen them do, what you like about their work, and why you want to work with them. and send it to that director and make sure you're mentioning great things about their technique, about the work, and why you want to work with them. Send them a letter ahead of time. You don't have to wait for an audition. It's another way of connecting and building a network. Okay, and these are opportunities that you can use to create consistent paying acting work, and you can do this in your career. As a paid actor myself, I've done quite a bit of work where I've booked things back to back, and I've helped other actors book work back to back, and I think you can do it as well. And I want to share with you a little bit about what I have coming up now, what I have to offer you, and then I'll take questions. If any of you have questions, I'll take them. So let me chat about what I have, the offer that I have for you. And then if you have questions, you can post them in the chat box, and I will take a look at them. So what my offer is for those of you who are actors, who are looking to take your career to the next level, who feel that you need your marketing pieces in order, I'm inviting you to join me for the Paid Actor Photography Experience. I'm doing one in Minneapolis, Minnesota on Saturday, November 18th. And I have limited spots available, like 3. Limited spots available for this. I opened it up and a few of my previous clients jumped on it right away. So I have a few more spots available. And I want to invite you to join me for this photography experience, which includes a photo shoot consultation with me, being made up by our makeup artist, Kelly Handevitt, who's a talented makeup artist. This woman does fabulous work. And she does makeup for big brands as well. And you'll get on-set coaching from me to choose the shot that you and I, or to be able to get the shot that you and I have previously talked about. We've planned it, we've talked about it. So we work together to make sure you get that shot on the shoot, on the day of. And you'll also get a 45-minute, our time together when we're doing the shoot is going to be a photo session with our photographer. We have times for 45 minutes, for an hour and a half, on up to 2 hours. We have 3 different packages that are available. And these shoots, what they include is all of what I mentioned: the makeup artist, the on-set coaching for me, the pre-consultation, the photo shoot. You also get edited images with your package, whichever one you choose, okay? As well as a bonus career strategy session with me. I'm throwing that one in. That's a big one. You get a bonus session with me. 30 minutes, 45 minutes, or an hour, depending on which package you choose. There are 3 packages available. And following the shoot, what I do as well is I'll send you a print of the image that we've chosen for you, the best image. I'll send you a print of it, right? I'll actually print one out. I know now these days photographers just give you your files and say, go do your own printing. I'll give you a print along with that, along with what we do is along with your images. I'll give you a print in one of those packages. And so I want to encourage you to join me for those packages. And if you want to sign up, you can put I am in the comment section of what you're on. Put I am in that comment section, or yes. Let me know yes that I want to do this with you, Trena. And I want to invite you to join me. You can message me to schedule a session to talk with me. You can message me via Facebook. You can email me at Trena, Trena, at paidactor.com. Know that we have limited spots available for this. We're shooting on Saturday, November 18th, and there are 3 spots available now. 3 spots available. And I'm hoping that you're one of those actors who take those spots, because what has happened, actors come shoot with me, they get a strategy session, they blow up they blow up their career, they blow it up to where they want it to be, and they book consistent paying acting work. Even off of the images that we've done alone, like off of the photography sessions that we've done, actors have booked work off of the headshot that we've done for them. Just off of the headshot. I've even had actors come to me who are now doing work in the business, or who but hadn't before working with me. They hadn't done work in the business, haven't gotten paid in the business before working with me. They came and did a headshot session with me and booked work right away, just off of the photo. So we do some magic. We do some great work when we're working together in a photography session. I want to invite you to join me and let me help you put your best foot forward. Let me help you really navigate this career in the ways that it's going to work for you. Okay. So you can sign up for a session with me for the photography session. You can go to paidactor.com/photography. paidactor.com/photography to be able to book a session. And those sessions, because of the value that we give, and the results that actors get from working with us, we've valued our sessions at that price. So our photo shoots, they do range from $550 on up to $825. But you get to choose what works for you. And I think that if you're ready to take your career to the next level, if you're ready to create your dream, to create the career that you've been yearning to create, you should come work with us. I invite you to come work with us because what we do is career changing, honestly. People who've worked with me have walked away and come back with testimonials and great reports and results that work with in their life. I had an actor who did one of my sessions with me contact me recently and said, Trena, when are you doing those sessions again? Because I'm still working. And she did this work with me like 2 years ago. She's like, I'm still working back to back. I'm still booking work, Trena, from the work we did. That's amazing. And that's what I do. That's what I help actors do. And I want to help you do that too. So make sure you join me for the photography session. And know I have limited spots available. So when they're gone, because this is Saturday, November 18th. I'm coming in for this day to be with my team, Kelly and Anna, to really take these photos and create something special for the actors that we work with. So I invite you to join me, and you can do that by going to paidactor.com/photography. Now, for those of you who've been on this long and you've been wanting to take your career to the next level, I want to invite you to have a conversation with me. And those of you who say, Trena, that photography sounds amazing, but I'm not going to be in Minnesota at that time, or I'm not going to be available, I still want to invite you to have a conversation with me. I want you to message me or email me. You can do that at Trena Bolden at paidactor.com. Sorry, that's Trena, Trena, at paidactor.com, or message me and say, Trena, I need a session with you. I need 20 minutes with you. I need some time with you. And let's sit down and talk. Let's sit down and talk about what's going on in your career and how I can best help you, how I can help you. Because that's what I want to do. I want to help you book the work that you're looking to book. That's what Paid Actor is about. That's what we do. And so I really want to help you in your career. So if you know that you're on this call and you've gotten some great nuggets from me and you've connected to what I've said, and you want to shift and change what's happening in your career, email me or drop a note in the comment section of whatever device you're on, and let's set up something to talk, okay, to get you to where you want to be. And I know, let's see here, there's some of you who sent some questions, and I want to take some questions, Q&A, and I'm going to try to make sure, here I am bothering this. Again, checking on the questions. If you have any, post them in the chat box. So if you have any questions, you can post them in the chat box. And I'm just checking the different places where questions could be coming up. Let's see here. Let's see if there are any questions over here. No. Okay. But I do have some questions that have come through here, and I know I'm like working on some things here. I see that there's the other phone has been in the way, but let me answer some questions that came through. Okay, in the future live stream that's happening via YouTube, I'm gonna work on this where I maybe put myself in a bigger space so I'm not having my cameras on top of each other, because YouTube, the people on the YouTube can see my other cameras, but it's sparkling though. That camera has some shimmer to it, so I hope that's inspiring you. I hope that's inspiring you. Okay, so I have a question here. Let's see. How do I know my image is right Oh, wow. For the roles I'm being sent to. How do I ensure I'm memorable at an audition? Okay, two different questions. So let me start with the first one. How do I know my image is right for the roles I'm being sent to? Great question. Okay. Now, image, and I'm wondering if some of you all are saying, how do I know my headshot looks good for the work that I'm being sent out for? Well, if you are questioning that, I want to invite you to join me at the photography experience, because we're going to help you answer that. We'll help you really define what kind of image you want to portray. Right, the kind of audience that your image is going to be shown to, and how you want to portray that image, and we shoot for that. So I want to encourage you to join us in that photography session if this is one of your major questions. Hop on right away and book a spot, because it's limited spots available, and as soon as they run out, they're out for this November, for November 18th. And I'll have to work with the team and see when we'll be able to offer another one. But for now, this is the last one we have for the year. So I encourage you to jump on it, because you know pilot season's coming up in January. In Minnesota, our auditioning season is coming up. So if you need a new shot, jump on that. Be with me on November 18th. Okay, so I think you ensure it by doing some exploration. You ensure your image is right by doing some exploration of your image, of the image you want to portray, of the roles you want to play. And our photography experience will help you do that. So if that's something you're interested in, please sign up. You can also message me, okay, or email me. Next question, how do I ensure I'm memorable in an audition, performing a role on a shoot? That's really good. I think it's important for you to have done the work to develop your craft, for sure, and you're being authentic and present in the moment. Okay, I talk and train actors on the importance of, like, I have the actors that I work with when I'm working with them on craft, like, to really go experience nature and be in the moment, to listen to conversations if they're walking through a space, because a lot of times what's happening today in our technology, in our world of technology, is that a lot of us get lost in what we have in our hand, what we have in our ears, those earbuds, and we're not paying attention to what's around us. As actors, we have to observe and pay attention always. So when I'm out and about, I try to work my best to make sure I'm paying attention to my environment all the time. So how you start to work that muscle of being authentic in the moment is to pay attention and observe and be knowledgeable, is that the word I'm looking for? And be open to possibilities, open to things that are happening around you and getting to know them. And then you're in the moment when you're auditioning, right? People are going to remember you for your presence. And I think I need to quote that. People are going to remember you based on how you show up and your presence in the moment, okay? I'm not for sure if there are any tricks of the trade that will cause you to be memorable other than you being authentic, you being real, and you're giving the people who are auditioning, and you're giving your producers, the directors, what is authentic for you in that moment. You're giving them the true essence of creating a character, right? And Stanislavski talks about that, right? And Eisner talks about, some of this stuff. But really, you're being, acting as if this is happening, right? You're creating an imaginary life, but as if you're bringing those true emotions. You're bringing truth to the character in the moment. So you need to do that to be memorable. You need to really understand your character. And I talk about character development in the work that I do with actors when we're training on craft. And what makes them tick, what makes them make those decisions that they make, and use that as the fabric and the backdrop to the work that you do. So all of that has to be developed, okay? And then someone asked me another question. I'm moving on to this other question, number 3. Are there any scholarship for older or old actors to retrain in their craft? Can't afford to enroll and pay for acting school. Yeah, acting school for some may be a bit out of your reach. It may be a bit much for some people. You know, there are acting programs that cost a lot less that you can join. Paid Actor has a program that we're going to be offering coming up here in the new year. So if you're interested in that, and bear with me, I see that I need to get my charger going. So if you're interested in working with Paid Actor on your craft, please let me know. You can email me, you can message me. I'm going to announce that soon. And if you're not on my email list, let me know you want to be on my email list, because when I'm doing my craft workshops and my craft classes, I will let my list know about that. That's coming up. But also within your area and market, I'm sure there are some credible classes that you can take that will be less expensive than going to a school. So some classes, for example, they may be $100 a month. Okay, if you're going to train regularly. Some may be $397 for a 12-week class, $397 for a 12-week class. And so you just need to research and find those classes and book those kind of classes, and make sure they're credible instructors. What also you can do is that every state has funding opportunities, like state grants. So like for Minnesota, Minnesota has state arts grants that that they have for actors. There are actors funding opportunities within your state. So I would research grant opportunities for your state and take a look at that. And what are the arts organizations in your state that may be offering fellowships or opportunities for you to work with them. I know major theaters do it. Arena Stage has a few fellowships that they offer for apprenticeship or writers. So what fellowships may be available for theater work in your state. And you can also check out Springboard for the Arts as a resource to, and I love Springboard. I have to give a shout out to Springboard. I used to sit on their board a long time ago, and I just love the work they do. So there's Springboard for the Arts that you can check out funding opportunities and inquire with them. There's also Fractured Atlas. And like I mentioned, state granting opportunities for actors. There's some opportunities for travel and creating work in different countries that you can look up and find. And if you need more specific information about that, email me at Trena, Trena, at paidactor.com. I actually have a grantee list that I've kept. It's being shipped to me right now because I recently moved, so I had to put all my stuff in for a shipment to come to me. But I can at least think about what you're looking to do specifically and find something for that and get back to you. So hopefully this is helpful. If you have more questions about it, get in touch with me and I will get you that information. Okay. Another question. Always just looking for ways to pay the bills. Keep doing what I do. Juggling two, balancing them is always my biggest struggle. So how can you pay the bills and keep acting? Create income with your acting career, and you can do it. You need to, I think a lot of times actors get into this mindset that acting is not real work because of whatever messages that they've been taught or told in the past. And that start to infiltrate them, and it causes you to think that you need to have a 9-to-5 or you need to be working for somebody else in order to be employed. Acting is an employment. It is. It is. You can get it. It's a career. You get a check for them. There's people who just do that. And so I encourage you to think about ways you can create income with your acting career. Remember that strategic plan that I talked about. What can you do that can help you pay the bills when you line up the work as such? If you need to have a part-time job for a while, or even a full-time job until you figure out how to create strategy, okay, you have to do that. But if you need help with creating a strategy to get to a place where you're working full-time, I invite you to come work with me, come talk to me, set up a time to talk and how I can help you out. Let me know. I think you can get there. It's creating a plan, a strategy, and taking action on that plan. And also shifting your mindset and believing that acting is a job, it is a career, and you can create income with it. Another question, let's see here. What is the best way to network without seeming like you're hunting for an opportunity? Good question. I think that I have another thought about this, but I think the best way is to connect with people who are already in your circle, and start networking with them. Start hanging out with those actor friends who are already in your circle. And if you find your circle may not have the kind of connections or the kind of life that you're looking to live, like if they seem that like they're the kind of actors that may not be really doing the work but are just kind of not into it, um, I encourage you to go see other theater productions. Introduce yourself to those actors that are on stage after, and tell and mention what you think about their work, and let them know that you would love to be in touch. You have to begin somewhere, right? And start to hang out and create opportunities. How I created my network is when I got started in professional theater as a sophomore in college. So I was being paid for the acting that work that I did as as a sophomore in college, and I did that because I felt while I was in college I wasn't booking the roles that I wanted. I knew what kind of roles that I wanted. I wanted to book leading roles, and I wasn't doing that. So I stepped out and went to professional theater right away, and I started to book work. Okay, there was something not working for me, so I shifted it and I started to book work in professional theater. And what happened is I started to connect with other professional artists, and we started carpooling. I would be invited to hang out, invited to dinner parties, director parties. Of directors who had another cast party I would be invited to, and I started to build relationships like that. So who is acting with you now that you can connect with, go out to lunch with, or go have drinks or appetizers after a show with? Do that. Go engage with them. Okay, so I hope that is helpful. How to book how the next gig. Someone has a question about the next gig, like where is it coming from, or how you got to work. You got to work at it. You got to book it. You got to actively book it. You got to activate it. As an actor, we got to take action and do things. So I think for some actors sit and allow their agent to do the work or allow other people to book the work, and you can't do that as an actor in this day and age. There are too many people who are out there actively booking work on their own, or making sure they're known in the industry by the work that they do, for you to just sit and wait for the next gig. So don't sit and wait for the next gig. You need to figure out what is the next gig you want to book or you want to have, and start to take action to achieve that by learning about season, introducing yourself to directors with a letter, and letting them know that you would love to come in for an audition. You have to take those action steps. Going and meeting with your agent face to face and talking about your vision and your plan for your career and what that relationship looks like for you and them, right, to make this happen, what you're looking to make happen. Be active in your career. And yes, actors, take control of your career. This is your work. This is your career. This is your destiny. This is your livelihood. This is money in your mouth and money in your pocket, or food in your mouth, sorry, money in your pocket, money in your mouth, Lord help me. But it's food in your mouth, money in your pocket, and sustainability. What are you going to do to sustain yourself? I don't think we can wait on other people to do it for us. We have to do it, and we have to actively do it and be strategic about it. So create a plan and take action. Take some steps. Figure that out and do the work. Okay. Someone says, I'm really curious about another question. I'm really curious about people who can be in more than one lane successfully, acting, directing, writing, and how they maintain. That's a great question. Being in different lanes and doing it successfully. I think people have to be organized when you're doing different things. You have to be organized, and you have to be very clear. You have to be very clear about why you're doing it, what is important for you in this work, right? What are you gaining from it? What is fulfilling you in the work? And you need to be organized with your time, with your paperwork, with your engagement, and very clear about how each of them are playing out and supporting you in your life and in your career. So be clear, get clear. And I think many people can do this when they know that they have a passion for something and are looking to achieve a goal or a dream, or grow in their skill sets, right? There are a number of actors who I know who have also directed a show, or their first love was acting and now they're directing, or their writing as well. And you can do it. You can write and perform all the time. And I think you just need to be clear about what each of these things or what you're doing is serving your life. How are they serving you in your life? And be organized with it. Be organized. And I don't think, no, you should try to do everything all at once. But if you take on an acting project and you also have a directing project, make sure they don't overlap each other. Because if they overlap each other, that could maybe cause a bit of some issues for you. Maybe it's a different project that you're directing and a different project that you're acting on, and they have different rehearsal and performance schedules. Try that and see if that works, okay, if that's what you're looking to do, okay? And make sure you take care of yourself and be kind to yourself. I think actors have a lot of self-chatter and a lot of ways of beating ourselves up if something doesn't work out right, and you have to stop doing that. You have to love yourself, take care of yourself, breathe, and know that you did the best that you could do in that moment in time. And if it didn't work out, there will be another opportunity. There'll be something else that comes up for you to extremely engage yourself with. So having that faith and belief is really, really important. Okay, so next question. What does it mean to have sustainability as an actress? Great question. I think that it means being able to support yourself financially. Being able to sustain yourself financially and feed yourself as an actress. Can your income do that? And if it's not doing that, what can you do to create that? What can you do to create that? And also, is this something that you want to define for yourselves? For yourself, if you're looking to create sustainability, what does that mean to you? What does that mean to you? Okay, I want you to answer that question. Okay, and share. You can share your answer. If this is a question that you asked, you can share your answer with me. You can email me or just let me know what you think. Okay, and I have a question here. When should I join Equity, the union? Some people are asking, when should I join the union? Great question. What I suggest is being an equity candidate and collecting weeks by being a candidate to see how that works and see how your booking works. I was an equity candidate. Before I became equity, I decided to be a candidate. And when I was done with my weeks, I joined. I booked work, and after I think 7 weeks, or 8 weeks, I can't remember. Man, no, it's more than that. You have to do more than that. I'm sorry. A few shows. After a few shows, I joined. And I think both with SAG and AFTRA and Equity, for me, I was given graces because I was supposed to join. I was supposed to join way before I did, but something happened with the system in both cases that I was able to keep working as an equity, or I was Taft-Hartley for SAG-AFTRA, and I did not know that I had to sign up. And I kept working on SAG-AFTRA jobs, and I don't know what happened, but I ended up finding out from talking to SAG, and they was like, Trina, you were supposed to join a long time ago. Oh, I didn't know, sorry. But I was still able to join once they really figured out what was going on. But I think you should join after you've done some time in the business, after you have worked and learned some things for your career. And one writer, which I'm reading, Jeff Goins, that's a great book you should get, talks about being an apprentice. And years ago, artists would apprentice for 10 years. They would apprentice for 10 years before they became master level. So how can you study the craft and study the industry and be a part of the union-based work for some time to learn a little bit more about it, and then join when your weeks are up? So I would say do the equity member candidate program and then join after that. Okay, here's another question. How can networking be beneficial? I hope I explained that in the talk that I gave, but it can be beneficial because you create relationships that are sustaining for you throughout the industry. But also, if there's a project that comes up and someone in your network knows you well and likes your work ethic and thinks highly of you, they're going to call you to book you for the work. It's beneficial in, I think, creating more work. I think it's beneficial in serving our communities and bringing good to our communities when we put our heads together and we collaborate and create things. So I think it provides opportunities for all that, and that's how it can be beneficial. And I encourage you to listen back to the recording of the live call. I'm actually going to provide this as a recording for those who've tuned in to the live call, and so you can play it back. You can see it on Facebook. I'll send it to those of you who are on my email list. And I'm not for sure if there are any other questions. Let me check here. If you have any other questions now in the live, I know I've just spent quite a bit of time answering questions, and we are a little bit almost 15 minutes over our time. And so if there are no more questions, I want to really thank you all for being here, for tuning in, for being present. And those of you who's listened to this call through the end, know that you have an opportunity to sign up for a strategy session with me, a 20-minute one. Come give me a call. Let me help you out. Let me help you get there to where you want to be. I'm really excited about it, and I love actors, and I love helping you to achieve your dreams, and all the work that I do. So know that you can get in touch with me, and let's set up something. And those of you who are in Minneapolis and you are interested in a photography session with Paid Actor, sign up by going to paidactor.com/photography. There are only a few spots available, and I'm sure they're going to go quick. They're already, people are already buying in. So I want to encourage you to buy in to it. And if you have any questions about it, get in touch with me and let me know that you have questions. And I'm super excited for this time, and thankful that you were here, and thank you for tuning in and listening to this message. And I hope that you were able to get some good nuggets out of this, and that you're able to take some of this into action. And remember to be strategic, be kind to yourself, be patient and loving to yourself, right? And persevere. You don't have to stop. I know it's frustrating at times, but you don't have to stop. You just need to shift your way of working a bit. Create a strategy that'll work better for you. So thank you so much for tuning in, and make sure to go to paidactor.com/photography if you want to buy one of our photography sessions and join us on Saturday, November 18th. And I look forward to talking with you soon. I'll be sharing more about Paid Actor's next steps and how we can help you to create the career that you're looking to create. So thank you so much for tuning in, and I hope you all have a fabulous rest of your day. Talk to you soon. Bye. Hey, people on Zoom. I'm going to let you hang with me a little bit as I close down the work here on our live call. And I know live callers, you may still be on here with me. Yes, you are. And I'm going to say bye to you. Thank you so much for tuning in. We'll see you later. Bye. Okay. So I think I'm stopping my live call here.